They may have crossed the line, but you can't cross the line. And so you just have to understand the hand of God, the mercy of God, the grace of God, the love of God, that he's not willing for any of us to perish. He wants all of us to fulfill this abundant life. He wants us to have eternal life. God don't want us to fail. But sometimes in us, this flesh wants to find some way to fail. Because this flesh don't want to always line up with God's purpose and plan. This flesh don't always want to line up with what's going on in your spirit, man. And so, yes, God gonna block some things because you chosen, because you one of his. So there are times that he will have to block things. But you know what? When you realize, when you come to yourself, just like the prodigal son had to come to himself, then you say, well, God, I thank you. I didn't know any better. I was sleeping with the pigs. I was sleeping with the hogs. I was sleeping with the mess. But I didn't know any better. But God, I'm glad that you had me to come to myself, because I realized that that wasn't for me. That wasn't your best for me. And so, yes, there are times when you make plans, God will block. There are times you make plans and God will allow you to just make plans. But in the process, you're gonna find out that those things could have been avoided. Those mistakes. You know how sometimes we talk about people experiences, and they'll share their experiences. Some people just want to go through it themselves to learn it. But when you have someone there that will share their experience, that will save you from having to go through all that trouble, it would be in your best interest to just, take their advice. Don't go down that road. But a lot of times we just want to go down that road. Why? Because we're curious. Why? Because we just want to know. We just want to know if it's going to be a different outcome. And then when we learn that it is the same outcome, it might have been wrapped a little different, but we still go through some of the same encounters and the same outcomes. And we say, oh man, I should have listened to, but it's too late because we made the decision. So when God blocks your plans, it's enlightening, and it may not be enlightening at the time, but it will be enlightening for you later on. So just trust the process. Trust God. Go to God with your plans. Let him know what you're doing. Let him know what you're thinking. Don't go into anything blindly. And that's what we do a lot of times. We go into things blindly. Don't go into things blindly. Consult the Lord about it. Seek him on it. Reveal to him your heart, how you feel about a thing. Because he already knows it. He just wants us to come to him with it. He wants us to come to him with every issue, every concern. And because he wants to be involved in every part and aspect of our life. So I pray that it was something that I said that has encouraged you all. I hope that you all listen back at this part 2, because part 1, I don't know why I cut off. But I said, let me just pick it back up if I have a little more space. So, but I'm going to go on ahead and cut it off here, because I know how it is. Sometimes it'll try to cut me off again. But I thank God for each and every one of you. Be praying for you in your endeavors to follow the plan of God. Go with his leading and guiding for your life, because it is a serious thing when you think about it. You want to be in his divine will. You want to be in his perfect will. And so the plans that we make, we need to make sure that it's in alignment with God's plan and God's will for our life. It's so key and so important. And so I love you guys, and I look forward to seeing you again for another Wild Wednesday. Bye-bye for now.